Hello and welcome to Neophyte.tv, the technology review with 2 points of view. My name's Ben Friedman, and I'm all by myself today. Today's topic is just so geeky that Tiffany has decided to take the day off. Today is Wednesday, August the 9th, and we're having a special little roundup today to talk about the Apple Worldwide Developers Conference that's going on right now. This is something that Apple does every year. It's a conference of the developers for Apple Computer, but because it's Apple, anytime a bunch of Apple folk get together, it's always rumored that they're going to be releasing new products and new information, that sort of thing. Just a quick note before we get started. A lot of people have sent us some fabulous comments about the spoof Apple ad, I'm a Mac, I'm a PC ad that we put up last week. I want to thank everybody for that. It got sent around to a bunch of different sites and was viewed hundreds of thousands of times. So we certainly appreciate everyone that sent us great comments. We have 2 more ads coming out, and we're always looking for good ideas to do extra little bits of video or spoof ads like that. And so if you have any ideas or have any comments, keep them coming. We really enjoy reading them. Sorry we can't respond to all of them. But there were some new products worth talking about. The first one is the new Mac Pro. As I'm sure a lot of you are aware, a year ago, Macintosh or Apple came out with the new Intel-based Macs. They went from the PowerPC chip over to the Intel chips. And the first machines that came out with the iMacs and the Mac Mini, and then they released the MacBook Pro and the new MacBooks, the laptop computers with the Intel chips. But now they've released the Mac Pro, which replaces the G5 workstations, desktop workstations. Let me tell you, these are some super powerful machines. In fact, at the low end, they start at about $2,500. So these are really not targeted at your average typical consumer or someone who's just going to be using this for a casual basis, surfing the web, word processing, any of that sort of stuff. You know, to spend that kind of money on just the PC, you know, with no monitor and no display and no other features. This is just the box, the desktop box you get for that money. Very, very fast box, but quite a steep price to pay at $2,500. So you'll want to be a video editor or an audio editor or somebody who needs a lot of horsepower, you know, doing 3D graphics or what have you, to really take advantage of the machines. They really look the same. They have that same aluminum face with the sort of cheese grater front that the G5 Macs had. They use Intel's new Xeon processor that uses the same technology built into the new Core 2 Duo. It's the Woodcrest processor. And there's 2 of them in there. So you actually have 4 cores. It's basically a quad CPU workstation. You have 4 cores to do your processing for you. They start at 2.6 gigahertz and they go up to 3.0 gigahertz, and you can configure them on the website. Another new feature for Apple is they can now allow you to select how much memory, how much hard drive, what sort of video card, and what sort of processor you want on your system. There's a lot of expansion room inside these. You can put up to 4 hard drives in them, up to 2 terabytes of storage. That's 2,000 gigabytes of storage. That ought to keep you in video files for a little while. And you can put up to 16 gigabytes of RAM in them. So these are some really powerful machines, but they call them Mac Pro, and they really are for professionals. This is really not a home system. And that leads me to really my only problem with the Apple lineup now is there is no desktop PC that they have really targeted at the consumer. The best you can get is an iMac, and the iMac is an all-in-one unit with the monitor built in and the CD, DVD drive built in. Everything's built in, and you really can't upgrade that. One nice thing about PCs, there are some all-in-one PCs, but you can also get a fairly inexpensive $600, $700, $800 fairly powerful desktop PC that will still let you choose your own monitor, choose your own display, and the like. Still some really nice hardware. They're claiming it's the fastest desktop PC you can buy, and right now I think that's probably true. The next thing they talked about was the next version of the Macintosh operating system called Leopard. And Leopard's due to be released next spring. Probably no coincidence that that's the same time that Windows Vista is due to be released. However, with the delays that often come out when releasing new operating systems, it'll be interesting to see when this actually happens. Some of the new features in Leopard, probably the one making the most noise is a feature called Time Machine, which is basically about making automated backups. It actually works similar, it seems, to the Windows System Restore feature in that you can go back in time a day or 3 days or a week and see files that were deleted, see application changes that were made, and actually restore the computer to an earlier point in time. One difference, though, is that these backups, this journaling system, this backup system, unlike System Restore on Windows, you can back this up to an external drive or a networked hard drive so that it's not just making these changes on the actual computer itself. So it is more of a backup system than System Restore. It seems to be a pretty neat feature, especially when it's automatic and you can put it to an external drive, so you've always got a backup copy of your files. With email, they've made some updates. They've added stationery where you can customize the look of your email, something you've been able to do in Windows for a while. And you can also send notes to yourself and to-do lists to yourself via the email program, which is kind of a nice way of keeping things organized. iChat gets a bump. The iChat now has photo effects where you can make your face look funny or put yourself in a different background. Again, there have been some third-party apps, for instance, by Logitech that can do this on Windows. It has a thing now called theater mode, which is very nice. You can take a presentation or a slideshow that you've made with the Mac and put it into iChat so that somebody on the other end of the iChat link can actually watch that. Another new feature is Spaces, which is basically a virtual desktop system. Again, something that Windows has had with additional software for a while. It's a system where you can have multiple desktops, each with different applications open and different windows open, and you can jump between those desktops quite quickly. They've upped Spotlight. The Spotlight searching system can now search over networks as well as your built-in hard drives. They've added a thing called Core Animation, which is really a developer tool that's designed to allow developers to integrate animation into the applications a little easier. And Boot Camp will also come out of beta and will now be included with that. So that's Leopard, which is again due to come out next spring. A couple of other small things, which is again a very professional system. So lots of news for professionals. Not much news for consumers here when it comes to iPods or iMacs or MacBooks or anything like that. But don't go away. Steve Jobs and the folks at Apple have a way of springing things on us in the last minute. So there's still some time left at the conference, and of course we could get one of those one more thing press releases afterwards.